Now let us see about ecological factors. When a component surrounding an organism affects the life of an organism, it becomes a factor. All such factors together are called environmental factors or ecological factors. These factors can be classified into living and non-living. Living means biotic, non-living means abiotic, which make the environment of an organism. Ecological factors are grouped into four classes: climatic factors, edaphic factors, topographic factors, and biotic factors. Climatic factors is one of the natural factors controlling the plant life. It includes light, temperature, water, wind, and fire. Next, we are going to see about light. Light is a well-known factor needed for the basic physiological process of plants such as photosynthesis, transpiration, seed germination, and flowering. The portion of the sunlight which can be resolved by the human eye is called visible light. The visible part of light is made up to the wavelength 400 to 700 nanometer. That is 400 nanometers violet and the 700 nanometer is red. So it ranges from violet to red. The rate of photosynthesis maximum in blue 400 to 500 nanometer and in red 600 to 700 nanometer and in green 500 to 600 nanometer. Here the spectrum is less strongly absorbed by the plants. Based on the tolerance to intensities of light, the plants are divided into two types. They are heliophytes and xerophytes. Heliophytes, they are the plants which love the light. Example, angiosperms. Xerophytes are the plants which love shade. Example, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Now let's see about the next ecological factor, temperature. Temperature is one of the important factors which affect almost all the metabolic activities of an organism. Three limits of temperature can be recognized for any organisms. They are minimum temperature, optimum temperature, and maximum temperature. Minimum temperature, here the physiological activities are lowest. Optimum temperature, physiological activities are maximum. Maximum temperature, physiological activities will stop. Based on the temperature prevailing in an area, Ronquier classified the world's vegetation into four types: megatherms, mesotherms, microtherms, hekistotherms. Based on the range of thermal tolerance, they are classified into two types. One is eurythermal and the next one is stenothermal. Thermal means that is temperature. Eury means wide range of temperature will be prevailing there. Organisms which tolerate a wide range of temperature is called as eurythermal. Example, that is Zostera, a marine angiosperm, and Artemisia tridentata. Next is stenothermal. Organisms which can tolerate a small range of temperature variation is called as stenothermal. Example, mango and palm. Mango plant do not and cannot grow in temperate countries like Canada and Germany. Next, we'll see about the thermal stratification. It is usually found in aquatic habitat. The change in the temperature profile with increasing depth in a water body is called thermal stratification. They are of three kinds: epilimnion, metalimnion, and hypolimnion. Epilimnion, the upper layer of warmer temperature. Metalimnion, the middle layer with a zone of gradual decrease in temperature. Hypolimnion, the bottom layer of cold temperature. Temperature based on zonation, latitude and altitude. They do affect the temperature and vegetation on the earth's surface. Latitude. Latitude is an angle which ranges from 0 degree at the equator to 90 degree at the poles. Altitude. How high a place is located above the sea level is called altitude of the place. Next we see about the effects of temperature. The following physiological process are influenced with temperature or temperature affects the enzymatic action of all the biochemical reactions in a plant body. It influences carbon dioxide and oxygen solubility in the biological systems, increases respiration and stimulates the growth of seedlings. Low temperature with high humidity can spread diseases to plants. The varying temperature with moisture determines the distribution of the different vegetation types. Next, we are going to see the next ecological factor is water. Water is one of the most important climatic factors. It affects the vital process of all living organisms. It is believed that even life has originated only in water during the evolution of Earth. Water covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface. They are classified and based on availability into three ways. They are atmospheric moisture, precipitation, and soil water. The quality of water is also important, especially for the aquatic organisms. The total amount of water salinity of different water bodies are given here. That is 5% in the inland water, that is in the fresh water, and 30 to 35% in the sea water, and more than 100% in the saline water. They tell that an average sea water salinity is 35%, means that is in 100 grams you get 35 grams of this salt. Mainly the constituents of salinity is calcium, chlorine and other components. They are classified into two types based on the tolerance, euryhaline and stealohaline. Euryhaline means which can live in water with wide range of salinity. Example, marine algae and marino angiosperm, Zostera. Stealohaline organisms can withstand only a small range of salinity. Example, plants of estuaries. Examples of this tolerance, it is soya bean and tomato, rice and Eichhornia tolerant to cadmium by binding it to their proteins. These plants otherwise can be used to remove cadmium from contaminated soil. This is known as phytoremediation. Next ecological factor is the wind. Air in motion is called as wind. It is also an important or vital ecological factor. In the composition of gases, the nitrogen is 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, argon and other gases 0.93%. The components of wind and water vapor, gaseous, pollutants, dust, smoke particles, microorganisms, pollen grains, spores, etc. These are the other components. Anemometer is the instrument used to measure the speed of the wind. So, speed of the wind is measured by anemometer. Next, we are going to see about the greenhouse effect or albedo effect. Gases let out to atmosphere causes climatic damage. Emission of dust and aerosols or liquid particles in suspension in the atmosphere, that is mainly from the industries, automobiles, forest fire, etc. Reflecting the solar radiation entering the atmosphere is called as albedo effect. It reduces temperature, photosynthesis and respiration rate. Next, we see about the effects of the wind. Wind is an important factor for the formation of rain, causes wave formation in lakes and oceans, which promotes aeration of water. Strong wind causes soil erosion and reduces soil fertility, increases the rate of transpiration, helps in pollination in anemophilous plants. It also helps in dispersal of many fruits, seeds, spores, etc. Strong wind may cause uprooting of big trees. Unidirectional wind stimulates the development of flag forms in trees. These are the effects of the wind. Next is the ecological factor is fire. Fire is an exothermic factor caused due to chemical process of combustion, releasing heat and light. Fire is generally divided into three: ground fire, surface fire and crown fire. Ground fire, which is flameless and subterranean, that means in ground level. Then surface fire, which consumes the herbs and shrubs. Crown fire, which burns the forest canopy. Effects of fire. Fire has a direct lethal effect on plants. Lethal is, that is the death of the plants. Burning scars are the suitable places for the entry of parasitic fungi and insects. It brings out the alteration of light, rainfall, nutrient cycle, fertility of soil, pH, soil flora and fauna. Some fungi which grow in soil of the burnt areas, and they are called as pyrophilous fungus. For example, Pyroniema confluens. Next, we see about the term that is Rytiderm. It is the structural defense by plants against the fire. The outer bark of trees, which extends to the last formed periderm, is called Rytiderm. It is composed of multiple layers of suberized periderm, cortical layer and phloem tissues. It protects the stem against fire, water loss, invasion of insects and prevents infections by microorganisms.